Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a closer look here at Palantir stock. This is one that I've been talking about over the last few days. I even told you guys that I started a small position with this company, but over the last few weeks, I've been cutting back on that position. As you can see, Palantir did not give us the strength we wanted, and we were not able to see a break above this $27 level and the 200 EMA, which is exactly what we were watching to know whether Palantir was going to either come back to the upside or potentially see some more sideways trading before really ripping out. But as you can see right now, Palantir has found some massive strength as of last week, or as of a day ago actually, and as you can see, they had massive volume to go along with it. So not only do we have a confirmation of a breakout above the 200 exponential moving average or this bluish green line, we also have a confirmation with the volume, and this is going to be a really big part of why I actually hopped in on more Palantir options last night. Now, right before the close at around 1 p.m., I actually bought 3 weekly options on Palantir. So those are going to be expiring next week, Friday, not this week, the 16th. So guys, if you want to know whether I made money or not, just keep an eye on what Palantir does between now and then, because I will be holding those contracts basically to the grave. I really don't have a lot to lose with these contracts because I bought them off the profit from my other Palantir trades in the past, and when I even purchased them at 21, I caught a nice run from 21 all the way up to 23, and even though I didn't mention this in the Discord or on the channel, I really didn't feel like there was enough price action to talk about. But as you can see right now with Palantir, they have made a rip above the 200 EMA, above the $25 resistance level, and also got that volume confirmation. So I do want to go ahead and show you guys what levels I'm watching on Palantir, exactly what I'm going to be trading coming into this next week, and what you should do as an investor if you are watching Palantir and you are a little bit confused on where this could run to or what price you should potentially watch to be safer or on the safer side, and make sure you take your profits with a play that can potentially run and then dip like Palantir has done in the past. Now, before we start the second half of the video, I do want to apologize for any sound or audio issues that may be happening. I am on a business trip right now in an Airbnb, so I can't really control what the furniture is like where I'm recording. And as you guys can hear, there is some echo on the mic, but I do want to bring you guys a couple of really important things to look at with Palantir stock that are basically going to be that indication of whether we are absolutely ripping out back to this $40 high, or if potentially this is another fake out like the ones we've seen over the last few weeks, and like the ones I know a lot of you guys have unfortunately been in on and buying even at these higher $40 or $45 levels. So as always guys, it's going to be absolutely crucial to know where the minimum price is with this company, know what you should watch coming into tomorrow. Now, looking at the chart here, this is going to be a pretty easy one to identify where the support and resistance levels are because it has been trading sideways for such a long time. Now, you guys can see I had a level here, critical level around $23, that if Palantir broke below, then that would be a very bearish sign on the stock. Now, as you guys can see, any break below this level was immediately bought up by dip buyers, and Palantir has shown a lot of strength around this $23 level. So I'm really not surprised that this was the support level that actually held up, and that we are making a new run off this bottom level of around $22 to $23. But as you guys can see right now, resistance is going to be the most important thing. We need to know where it is to know whether or not we should stay in on this name, get out, or what we should do. And the first level of resistance that I'm watching is going to be based on this previous wedge that built on Palantir. Now, a lot of the times on the channel here, we trade these wedges, and I tell you guys that the wedge basically identifies the support levels for us. And the way that this happens is that every time it comes to the top of the wedge, you can see that this creates a level of resistance. So going into the future, usually these levels play out again, and you can see that the first level of resistance we're watching is going to be around 2750 or right before the last breakout on Palantir. So again, today, if Palantir does open higher, right now in the pre-market, they are up around almost 1%. So if they can open higher, I think that they will be running till around 2750, and that's any time before 11 a.m., which is when the event is set to happen, the demo day event, which is what's causing all this hype. So again, guys, we need to wait until demo day to basically get a clear picture of whether this stock will continue to the upside or potentially see a pullback. But in the very meantime, I think that this stock will see a lot more running. There's a ton of people that didn't get the chance to hop in yesterday. And one of the curious things here about Palantir and the trading action yesterday, if I do zoom in here on the chart, is the fact that you can see that Palantir, even though they were getting a lot of stock action in the morning, they weren't getting that high volume and that high level of buying until just the last hour of trading. So again, guys, that's going to be something to watch. A lot of people really were not able to buy in on Palantir. They weren't able to get the position size that they wanted, or they weren't confident enough And now they know that this stock, if it is heading to the upside, will be a massive opportunity. So I think that even though there was some buying yesterday, this move is definitely not over. And that's why I did go in on those riskier weekly calls. Now, right now we are up in pre-market, so that means my calls are up. But as you guys know, the price doesn't change during pre-market for options contracts. So we will have to wait until the open, which should be within an hour here or within an hour and a half. Like I said, I'm on a business trip, so it's hard for me to control these hours and times, but I will be trading when the market opens. And you guys should definitely catch me in the free Discord, which is going to be linked down in the description below. And that's where I talk about all my free daily plays and signals. So you guys can join that for absolutely free. And there's also the link to TradingView down there, which is the platform you're seeing me trade on today. So just to give a recap here, guys, before we end the video, $27 is going to be that first level that I need to see a breakout on Palantir before I buy anything longer term, or before I buy anything maybe with a monthly time frame, or even into 2022, which is what I usually do on companies like NEO or Apple. You've seen me in the past buy these yearly calls, and usually they end up being extremely successful. Now, we do have another open call on NEO, and I did say about that in the Discord yesterday. So I'm very, very happy if any of you guys were able to take advantage of that. You can see that they are up massively in the pre-market, almost a whole extra $1 in the pre-market. So again, guys, that is absolutely insane, and I'm really happy about that trade. But as you guys can see, Palantir is our focus for today. There's going to be a lot of energy with this stock, and we need to see a break above 27.50 after the demo day event in order to have a confirmation that this stock will continue upwards. So ultimately, that's what I'm going to be watching in the future. I really think it's bullish that we have a higher volume, really good catalyst of news, and also the fact that we are above the 200 exponential moving average, which, as I say in all my videos, is what we use to see the longer term direction of a stock. So now that Palantir is well above, we can get a confirmation that they are ready to go again. But as always, guys, make sure you like and subscribe down below. Check out all my links in the description, and I hope all your plays are in the green.